Momentum alert. Hollow. Up 10.0%. Trading at 2.0350. Volume 920,000 shares. Momentum alert. ABVE. Up 9.8%. Trading at 0.8500. Volume 657,000 shares. Momentum alert. ABVE. Up 9.8%. Trading at 0.8500. Volume 657,000 shares. Momentum alert. ABVE. Up 9.8%. Trading at 0.8500. Volume 657,000 shares. Momentum alert. ABVE. Up 9.8%. Trading at 0.8500. SCNX. Volume up 657,000 shares. Trading at 0.2641. Volume 890,000 shares. Momentum alert. AUTL. Up 9.4%. Trading at 1.3900. Volume 1.5 million shares. Top gainer. Mask. Up 101.6% on the day. Trading at 2.5000. Volume 75.9 million shares. Momentum alert. ELDN. Up 10.0%. Trading at 2.9800. Volume 596,000 shares. Momentum alert. CRWG. Up 9.9%. Trading at 2.1100. Volume 16.7 million shares. Momentum alert. ARB. Up 10.0%. Trading at 0.6104. Volume 712,000 shares. Momentum alert. Hollow. Up 9.3%. Trading at 2.0219. Volume 925,000 shares. Momentum alert. SST. Up 9.2%. Trading at 3.4286. Volume 4.2 million shares. Momentum alert. GV. Up 9.9%. Trading at 0.2495. Volume 122.3 million shares. Momentum alert. SCNX. Up 9.6%. Trading at 0.2640. Volume 896,000 shares. Top gainer. Mask. Up 105.5% on the day. Trading at 2.5483. Volume 76.6 million shares. Momentum alert. CCCC. Up 9.6%. Trading at 2.5750. Volume 550,000 shares. Momentum alert. Snap. Up 9.3%. Trading at 4.3950. Volume 38.1 million shares. Momentum alert. KOPN. Up 9.8%. Trading at 2.0650. Volume 1.8 million shares. Momentum alert. Up 9.9%. Trading at 0.4750. Volume 671,000 shares. Momentum alert. LNKS. Up 9.9%. Trading at 0.0211. Volume 303.0 million shares. Momentum alert. SST. Up 9.9%. Trading at 3.4499. Volume 4.3 million shares. Momentum alert. ARB. Up 9.9%. Trading at 0.6098. Volume 718,000 shares. Momentum alert. ONDG. Up 9.8%. Trading at 4.7550. Volume 585,000 shares. Momentum alert. NLST. Up 9.7%. Trading at 1.5300. Volume 1.6 million shares. Top gainer. Mask. Up 115.0% on the day. Trading at 2.6660. Volume 78.7 million shares. Momentum alert. Hollow. Up 9.7%. Trading at 2.0300. Volume 937,000 shares. Momentum alert. SCNX. Up 9.7%. Trading at 0.2642. Volume 908,000 shares. Momentum alert. GV. Up 9.9%. Trading at 0.2494. Volume 125.6 million shares. Top gainer. Mask. Up 140.3% on the day. Trading at 2.9800. Volume 84.6 million shares. Top gainer. Mask, up 135.5% on the day. Trading at 2.9200. Volume 88.5 million shares. Top gainer. Mask, up 132.4% on the day. Trading at 2.8815. Volume 91.0 million shares.
Over the last month of no rules. So pretty much the people who abuse the whole no rules get banned, and then we unban everybody else, and then the standard for banning will be on your anger score.
Top gainer. Mask, up 143.9% on the day. Trading at 3.0250. Volume 92.8 million shares.
Hey traders, awesome to see you all here again. Thanks for
Top gainer. Mask. Up 117.7% on the day. Trading at 2.7000. Volume 96.5 million shares.
A sigh escapes you as you open the doors and a smell like honey and flowers creeps up your nostrils. On low beds, men sprawl amidst cushions, smiling serenely through the haze. A young woman hands you a tray with dim sum, tea and a pipe, your usual. With the first hit of opium, the edges of your world soften and your guilt evaporates in a warm, weightless cloud. Just today, foreign merchants bribed you, smuggling in the very stuff now curling through your lungs. We're in China around 1839, and this year 40,000 chests of opium will flow through the port of Guangzhou, making the dealers fabulously rich. And you are a willing accomplice to the world's biggest narco kingpin, the British Empire.
Top gainer.
But how
Mask,
did Queen
up
Victoria become the head of
116.9%
a
on the
drug
day.
cartel?
Trading at 2.6900. Volume
All the tea in
97.3
China.
million shares.
It started innocently. By the late 18th century, the British got hopelessly hooked on tea. Within a century, demand for energizing leaf water exploded by 10,000%, with tea taxes funding 10% of the entire treasury. The problem is, the world's only tea dealer at the time is China, which sees itself as the center of civilization and doesn't care for equal partnerships. Their negotiation partner couldn't be more irritated. It's the British East India Company, a huge joint stock company with a state-backed monopoly on trade in the Indian Ocean and a private army twice as big as the British Empire's. For now, they are the ones being squeezed. The Chinese demand silver for tea and don't buy anything themselves, a losing deal that drains the Crown's silver reserves. So in
This is an AI-enabled license plate reading surveillance camera, and in a convoluted way, the US's Federal
Top gainer. Mask, up 113.5% on the day. Trading at 2.6474. Volume 98.1 million shares.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, more commonly known as ICE, has been able to access its data. That's despite that the town whose police department operates this camera, Glenwood Springs, is about as far from supportive of ICE as any. Glenwood voted 2-1 for Kamala Harris in the 2024 election and is home to a large immigrant population with about a third of residents speaking Spanish within their household. It's also in Colorado, whose majority blue voter base supported the passage of a statewide law explicitly prohibiting local police departments from sharing data or cooperating with federal immigration authorities. But while this camera is operated by the local police department and primarily used by the local police department, it's not actually owned by them. It's owned by a fast-growing venture capital-backed startup called Flock Safety. The town then pays an annual fee of $37,500 to be able to access its data, and that data is apparently useful. Through the included software suite, they're able to go back in time and check where, when, and if a particular vehicle passed through their streets, or add a license plate to a hot list to get an alert when it appears, allowing for the occupant's arrest. Internal logs show the department uses the cameras just about daily to investigate anything from assault to stalking to sex offenses. And Glenwood PD purports these searches have been instrumental in a number of successful cases, like arresting a gang member from California in a stolen vehicle, a wanted felon suspected of elder abuse, or a pedophile who lured a child to the town from Oregon. What makes Glenwood's cameras more useful than most is the fact that Interstate 70 passes through the town, meaning thousands of cars on journeys both long and short drive through their view each day. That's why police departments from around the country want access to their data. There's every chance a local suspect from just about anywhere fled via Interstate 70 in an attempt to get far away fast. So Glenwood opted in to data sharing agreements with police departments around the country. Basically, through the press of a couple buttons, other police departments could now search Glenwood's data, and Glenwood could do the same with theirs. But that's
on the
how
day.
ICE got
Trading
in.
at 2.5800.
In January 2025 alone,
Volume
internal usage logs
98.9
indicate
million
that outside
shares.
police departments accessed Glenwood's data 516,892 times. A subset of these outside police departments do actively and openly cooperate with ICE, which explains logs like these. Explicit acknowledgement that HSI, ICE's investigative arm, is conducting a search using Glenwood's data. There's even indication that Glenwood's data might have been used to track political dissent. In their October logs, there are a number of searches in the days following the No King's Day protest, a nationwide demonstration against the actions of the Trump administration, logged with the reasoning protest. Legitimate crimes do happen even at overwhelmingly peaceful protests, but the reasoning logged by police departments was not one, meaning this at the least demonstrates their potential to use Flock data in illegitimate ways. That's especially true since there's really no standard as to how much police departments or even individual officers must share to justify why they're using Flock data. There are thousands upon thousands of instances each month where Glenwood's police department has no idea what other agencies are doing with their data, since those agencies log the reason for their search as something ambiguous like investigation, TBD, test, or the number 0. These agencies could be doing whatever with Glenwood's data, and the Colorado town would have no idea. And whatever certainly has happened. There's plenty of precedent of nefarious use by individual rogue actors within law enforcement agencies. A police chief in Kansas was caught using Flock data to stalk his ex-girlfriend 228 times. A North Charleston, South Carolina officer did the same with his wife, one in Miami did so with his girlfriend, one in Menasha, Wisconsin did with his ex. The cases go on, and it's hardly surprising given so many of those caught don't even face legal action and are simply disciplined internally. And of course, these are only the cases that are caught, and given the spotty tracking of Flock usage, there's certainly ample ability to fly under the radar. Now, eventually local residents in Glenwood Springs got wind of ICE's access to their local data and put pressure on the city council. Their police department then closed off access to the system for agencies outside Colorado, meaning, in theory, ICE should no longer have had access to it given the state law prohibiting cooperation with ICE, but still then, according to reporting in the Aspen Daily News, logs show that 2 police departments within Colorado illegally shared data with the federal agency. In response, Glenwood shut off outside access to the system entirely, but still then, the city's attorney stated that the terms of their contract with Flock meant they, quote, can't completely control what Flock does with data from Glenwood's system. And there's precedent supporting the idea that the data is still not secure. 3 hours down the road, Denver terminated their contract with Flock after it came out that the city's data was shared with federal immigration authorities against their wishes or knowledge as part of a pilot program. And in Glenwood, even if the police department's cameras are successfully walled off from the outside world, that doesn't mean that ICE can't get access to Flock safety data from the town. This is the local Lowe's home improvement store, and And here, at the entrance to its parking lot, are even more flock safety cameras. These cameras are operated and used by the store itself. Unlike the local police department, Lowe's doesn't publish its logs, it doesn't say who's got access to its data, it's collecting a database of every single car that enters its lot, and the public has absolutely no idea what it's doing with that data. It's just one of thousands of flock safety cameras around the country not operated by public agencies that must answer to their constituents, but by private companies, meaning they could act as a backdoor for ICE to surveil the movements of Americans, even in non-cooperative